News coverage you can count on. This is ABC 13 News at 7.
Good evening, everyone. We began tonight with breaking news of an apparent murder-suicide in Franklin County. ABC 13's Casey Baylor traveled to Union Hall to try and piece together exactly what happened.
Authorities say 65-year-old Elizabeth Shopert shot and killed a 65-year-old man before turning the gun on herself. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office is now trying to understand what led to this incident. The tragic chain of events unfolded yesterday afternoon in the 1200 block of Piney Point Road. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says they got a call from a woman saying she killed someone. Minutes later, they got another call from a man who says his wife shot herself. Deputies found the man shot dead in the roadway. They found her at her home, wounded and slipping away. Crews tried to save her, but she later died from her injuries. We tried talking to neighbors, but none of them wanted to go on camera. They did tell me off camera they believed Elizabeth Shopert suffered with her mental health. And one neighbor told me another neighbor filed complaints against Shopert. The bodies have been taken to the medical examiner's office for
Many Lynchburg families are adjusting to pivoting back to online-only learning, not just because of COVID, but because of a fire inside a local school. ABC 13's Hannah McCumsey takes us inside Paul Monroe Elementary School to see the damage and clean up.
Fire trucks and ambulances. A heart-wrenching moment last Friday for Paul Monroe Elementary Principal Donna Baer.
When I turned into Luxview Road and saw all of the emergency vehicles, it was frightening.
While thankfully no one was hurt, crews have their hands full with the cleanup. It all started in this second grade classroom. I'm told the heater you see right here is to blame. You can still see all the char and ash. I'm told it's going to take another few weeks to get
VMI's newly formed Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee is making moves to change the culture after black cadets described racial bigotry at the school. Retired U.S. Army Major General Cedric Wins has been appointed as the interim superintendent. Wins says the Diversity Board held 2 meetings so far. He says part of the plan is to create a diversity hiring plan and a permanent diversity office.
I think here in where we are in 2020, there is importance and value in having diversity, and I think that it's pretty evident that we aren't where we could be or need to be.
Wins is the first African American to lead the school in its 181-year history. He's a 1985 graduate of VMI and served in the Army as a field artillery officer for 34 years. An increase of child abuse cases in Franklin County is pushing school leaders to reconsider virtual learning. The school board is pushing for 4 days a week of in-person learning in January instead of just 2. The Southern Virginia Child Advocacy says since the pandemic started, there are 106 reported child abuse cases in Franklin County. That is a 67% increase from the same time frame in 2019.
Hope is that all of our children are safe, they're in safe environments. So I was somewhat surprised.
The school board plans to continue working with the health department to safely bring students back into the classroom full time. The man accused of attacking a realtor at an open house in Smith Mountain Lake over the summer will head to trial. Dustin Holdren went before a grand jury this morning at the Bedford County Courthouse. In October, victim Lenora Farrington gave a witness testimony where she says she was repeatedly struck in the head with a crescent wrench. She identified Holdren as the attacker. Holdren is currently being held in the Blue Ridge Regional Jail without bond. He will go before a jury on March 23rd. Thieves are taking precious car pieces that could cost hundreds of dollars to replace. Danville police say that they've noticed a pattern of catalytic converter thefts. The piece comes from the exhaust system. Police say thieves are specifically targeting Hondas and Toyota Priuses. Lieutenant Richard Chivas says it doesn't take long to take one.
They can steal these parts in less than 3 minutes, sometimes in under a minute to get into these vehicles. It can happen very fast. We're working with several other local law enforcement jurisdictions because we're not the only ones that are seeing this rise in theft.
Lieutenant Chivas says if you notice a loud roaring sound when you turn on the engine of your vehicle, that's a sign your catalytic converter is likely missing. Police say keep your car in a garage if you have one, and they suggest a security system as well. How the VEC is working to spend unemployment benefits for many Virginians desperately need. And Battle of the Stashes, Movember is officially over tonight in the Hill City, but before they shave, you've got to see what some area leaders grew, all in the name of charity. Clear skies over Lynchburg this evening. Looking from our Liberty Skycam, you can see a beautiful view of the city there, but you can't see those clear skies, but they're out there, and temperatures are reflecting that as well. Cold already, for my opinion. I'm a summer guy. 42 degrees in Lynchburg, 47 in Danville, 48 degrees in the Star City, and 38 in Blacksburg. Not a lot on the radar right now, but when we widen the shot, you can really see our next weather maker. That is out to the west, and this is all part of a low pressure system that's going to be making its way toward us over the next 36 hours or so, and with it will be a lot of rain. Some of our area may see 2+ inches in the rain gauge by Saturday morning. It looks like this though, over the next 24 hours, not a lot in the rain gauge just yet. We're going to really see that moisture move in late tomorrow, but tomorrow morning, early clouds. The drive to work will likely be dry tomorrow, but the drive home, not so much. Lynchburg down through the southwestern portion of the state, it's going to be wet. Have those wipers going on the drive home tomorrow, but the real heavy rain, that won't move in until the later evening hours. So if you're going out to dinner tomorrow night, you'll need the umbrella, but the real heavy stuff will likely move in really while you're getting ready for bed and overnight. So the good news there is the heaviest rain will come through while most of you are asleep. Once that rain does move through, we're going to see a very good weekend on tap for us. As we move into the afternoon on Saturday, skies will clear and we're going to warm up nicely as well. Sunday will be dry. Here's those rainfall totals I was telling you about. 1.6 inches in Lynchburg. This is just as of Saturday morning, just after midnight. And most of the area has already seen an inch of rain at this point, and as that system begins to move out, you can really see that rain 2.0 on the nose in Lynchburg. Portions of the area will exceed that 2-inch mark. We'll have some heavy pockets of rain we'll be looking for. But again, Saturday afternoon looks good, but it will be soggy. So maybe if you're doing some Christmas decorating in the yard, might not be the best weekend for it. Maybe wait till Sunday if you have to put those decorations, unless you're me and you did those long before now. Drove the wife crazy long ago. Temperatures tonight will be in the 30s, 38 degrees, Alta Vista 37 in Lynchburg, Bedford, Smith, Mountain Lake. Tomorrow afternoon, temperatures warm. We'll be in the 50s once that rain clears through, and we're going to see a very nice few days ahead of us. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. Next chance of rain is going to be on Monday. Temperatures will be near normal most of the week. We'll warm up above normal late week before next rain chance moves in next weekend. Good evening, everyone. I'm Daniel Cruz in for the vacationing Will Stafford tonight. Rain continues to overspread our area. Portions of our region seeing some pretty heavy downpours right now. This is going to be for the Lynchburg area, points to the west toward Bedford and Glasgow, seeing some pretty heavy rain right now. Some of these pockets could produce an inch plus in some of these areas over the next 8 hours or so. As we move to the west from Rocky Mount to Roanoke, Blacksburg, you're catching a break from some of the heaviest precipitation right now. South side, you're catching in on some of the heaviest you've seen all day from Chatham, Alta Vista, and down south toward Danville. You're seeing some light to moderate showers there. We're going to continue to see this rain move through our area during the overnight hours tonight. It's going to slowly slip off to the east, and by daybreak tomorrow, we're going to see the sun likely come out, which is going to make for a very pleasant Saturday for you by the afternoon. Caveat to that is going to be the wind. It's going to be pretty windy tomorrow, but the sun, she's going to be shining, so get outdoors and enjoy it if you can by all means. How much rain are we expecting? Let's take a look at some of those totals. Not expecting as much as we were yesterday. Our western counties from Roanoke, Blacksburg, Martinsville, you'll see about an inch or less in our western counties, but from Lynchburg, point south to Danville and to the east, you could see 1.5 inches of rain or more in some areas. So an average of about 1.25 inches in Lynchburg and 1.33 inches in Danville. So bottom line is it's going to be wet tomorrow morning. So if you have those plans for the morning, it's going to still be soggy, but the sun, she's going to be shining. So get outdoors and grab the jacket. It's still going to be cold, 43 degrees. It's not going to be a very warm morning, but we will see a pleasant afternoon later in the day. Lunchtime already up to 51 degrees in Lynchburg and plenty of blue sky as well. So weather timeline looks like this overnight tonight. We're tracking that rain, heavy showers at times as well. It will move out by daybreak, which will give us a pleasant Saturday and Sunday. The real issue of the weekend, I think, is going to really be the wind, because the sky conditions are going to be really nice and we're going to see comfortable temperatures as well. If you've been on social media today, you've probably seen the opportunity for some snow. This is going to be for Monday if it comes together. A lot of ifs for this, and we are still several days out. I'm going to show you a couple different scenarios that we've been watching with this system right now. This first one here is going to gather some energy across the Gulf Coast and spread our direction. This is going to bring some moisture. Ingredient number one. Ingredient number two is going to be the cold air. So it's going to bring that moisture with it and wrap around some cold air on the northern side of this low. That would give us some ingredients for possibly some snow here, maybe a rain-snow mix. This is one scenario. There's a couple different ones with this because the models are not in agreement right now. And again, being several days away, it's really difficult to nail this down just so far because there's a lot of factors that have to come together. This particular model is going to take this storm system further to the south off of the Carolina coast, and if it takes this particular route, it's going to limit our moisture, and it's going to also limit the amount of cold air we're going to have moving into our area. So that would limit the snow in Lynchburg. South side could catch you into some snow, maybe in some rain-snow mix, but the heaviest snow, if this particular model plays out, would be over portions of North Carolina from the Triad to the Triangle. Again, folks, this storm system hasn't formed, several days away, something we will watch. But all my eggs are not in the basket yet, convinced that we're going to see some snow. So just stick with us through the weekend and we will surely keep you up to date. But regardless of what that storm system may bring, it will be out of our hair. We're going to see a better week after we move from Wednesday on. Plenty of clear skies and warming trend as well. Tonight, temperatures down into the 40s for our area. Lynchburg 40 degrees, Alta Vista 41, 41 in Danville, Smith Mountain Lake as well. That rain will move out tonight and give us a pleasant Saturday, as we've mentioned. Those windy conditions will stick around, gusting to 25 miles per hour at times, 50 degrees. Our high in Lynchburg, 51, Alta Vista, 51, Smith Mountain Lake, and 50 in Roanoke. Take a look at the next 7 days, and you'll see we have a very pleasant weekend ahead of us. We're watching that system on Monday. We will watch it throughout the weekend for you, and we're going to see that warming trend throughout the latter part of next week. We could be above normal by Thursday and Friday.